Hi, Leather Rokk here. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to back up here so you can take a look at my makeup. Tell me what you think. Do you want to learn how to do it? Stick around. Through the magic of editing, you're going to see how I came up with this look. And thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are stuck at home where you're not going to be catching any viruses and you can watch all the amazing content your favorite creators here on YouTube. So thank you for the time that you're spending with me. Now, let's get to it. Hi. Oops. Wrong video. Well, through the magic of editing, you know what the makeup look is going to be before I do. And you remember Cassie. So let's get started with the video. And let me untie my little prefab mask thingamajig here. Oh, I'm going to show you what I did with this mask here. I cut a shoelace and I stapled it to this. So I have something. I know this is not the proper kind, but anyway, I'm going to tie up my hair so I can get the party started here. Oh, yeah. You know what the makeup is going to look like before I do. So, it is overheated in here. Now, I have just a little bit of foundation on and I have my eyebrows on already, but I'm going to put some more on because it's been several hours and I'm using the Sassy and Chic BB cream, and they only have light, medium, and dark, and the dark isn't all that dark and the light is just light enough for me. I am going to use this mirror. This is not the palette I'm using. I'm just using mirror. Put a little bit more of this stuff on because I have been blowing my nose. I'm not sick with the coronavirus or anything. It's just that my whole family, it's a hereditary thing. We have crappy sinuses. Now, of course, I have to be careful not to smear my eyebrows while I'm doing this. I will not use beauty blenders. I think they're kind of ridiculous. They soak up more product than they distribute. And when I see people putting big blobs of foundation on, then they take the sponge, and what they're doing is the sponge is really taking up so much of their foundation, and this stuff costs money. And I just don't understand why you would willingly waste half your stuff. A lot of brushes will do that too. I tried to get on the brush bandwagon the first time I got a foundation brush, and this is back when I was an Avon lady. And of course, I was my best customer, you know. And the thing that sucked with Avon was that, say they didn't have enough stock on hand, and I would be ordering at the discount that we always got. And in order to get that discount, you would have to order a certain minimum of merchandise. But if they didn't have the stuff in stock, and obviously it was their responsibility and not mine, I would still end up getting charged more for things because I couldn't make my minimum. And, you know, when you're an Avon representative, they make you buy your own catalogs. And the first time I was supplied with catalogs, they weren't even English-speaking catalogs. They were Spanish-speaking catalogs. And that's fine if you speak Spanish, but I don't, and I really don't. I'm not saying I don't have any Spanish-speaking friends, but I don't have any friends who only speak Spanish, because if they only spoke Spanish, how could I communicate with them? So how could we be friends, right? So anyway, this BB cream doesn't seem to be any different of a formula than their foundation. And they feel every bit as thick. This is, oh, I hope I don't smudge this. I'm not planning on doing a lot of editing for this. The only editing that there should be is just the beginning sequence. Oh, crap. Do you see what I just did? Well, you know what? Never fear. That's what a pencil is. Oh, and if you're wondering why my eyebrows have been gray so consistently, I have a whole bunch of these charcoal pencils that were given to me by a friend over the summer. And I think he is a wholesaler of all kinds of goods, mostly political t-shirts, but he gets, I guess he must get makeup too, because he was giving away a lot of it over the summer. And he gave me a whole handful of these gray pencils. And they really do go easy on the eyebrows. I hope that's... I hate it when one's bigger than the other. It just drives me crazy. Okay. Alright, this will have to be good enough. And I have yelled repeatedly at the dirt bags outside. I try to tell them, I never want anybody to know that I'm a YouTuber, because I really don't want people getting up in my business. And I really don't like it for too many locals to know what I'm doing, because unfortunately I have found out that I have some people who are not my friend who watch my videos, and they have said some really rude things to me in comments. Luckily, you guys have not seen them because I moderate my comments. But there are some people, I think they may have been old classmates or something, and I don't know why anybody would have any problem with me from years and years ago, because I didn't cause trouble when I was in school. I just wanted to get the hell out. But there are some really rude, obnoxious people, and they have made doxing attempts on me, and they create these fake profiles just to harass me. And this has happened on Facebook, and it's happening on YouTube. And that person is probably watching this right now. If you are watching this, fuck yourself. Get a life. Find somebody else to bother. Thank you. Now, back to the makeup. Okay, this is something I knew I was going to do a makeup tutorial today, but I really wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. So I am going to get the Foil Eyes 2 by B&H Cosmetics. It's a 28 color eyeshadow palette, and they are sort of complex colors, but they do have a lot of neutrals, but I'm not going to do neutrals. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the brow bone color, and you've got several options here. I'm going to use this pale color here, and I hope those dirt bags don't keep on making noise outside. I'm telling you. Sometimes I wish that they would have martial law so that they could get the scumbags off the street. You know, I was out last night briefly, and I shouldn't have been out there. 4 different heroin dealers asked me if I wanted something. They got pimps and hookers and all kinds of gangs doing all kinds of stuff outside. And if this was a curfew, the cops would be on it. And all kinds of stuff is going on around here. There is a little bit less traffic, but they're still doing all kinds of things, and I can't escape it because they make too much noise. And you know, maybe Hazmat should come here and just hose all the dirt bags away. I don't know if you can even see this. It sure is shiny, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I need to put a coating on the rest of my eyelids so that the rest of the stuff shows up. And I'm going to use, this is from e.l.f, E-L-F. This is their eye primer and liner sealer combo. Now this color is darker than my skin, but I'm only going to use on the lid area. I'm not going to touch the brow bone. And I'm just going to, just so that the eyeshadow has something to grab onto. My tabby boy is right now under my bed. He seems to have a sixth sense about my filming, and I think he's like, no, I'm not going to be in your video, fuck you. Where are you going? Where are you going, Cassie? Hey. Where's my Cassie cat going? Hello, where are you going? Excuse me, where are you going? I have hand sanitizer so I can get rid of your gungy bungees. Would you stop? Will you want to leave me too? You don't love me anymore? She doesn't love me anymore. Oh, I got a cat who doesn't love me anymore. Oh. And I have hand sanitizer. Yes, everybody has hand sanitizer. I got much more alcohol. The only thing about this hand sanitizer I don't care for, it smells like men's cologne. And when I'm looking at the label, because I prefer most of my things unscented, I really am not a fan of most men's fragrances. They just get on my nerves. This says, okay, it kills 99% of the germs, but it says it's lavender scented. And yet, it smells very masculine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I don't know why we think of genders, of senses having genders. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. And just for that matter, I think it's ridiculous that some people think that men can't wear flowery fragrances. Why can't they? Why can't women wear men's cologne? Why can't men wear women's cologne? Why do scents have to have genders? It's crazy. The idea of clothing having gender. Clothing doesn't have gender. I mean, maybe clothing might be a little bit more masculine or a little bit more feminine, but really people should wear whatever they want. Men want to wear dresses, they should wear dresses. Women want to wear suits, they should wear suits. And I have a pinstripe suit. And I think menswear is awesome on women. I think butch style is awesome on women. I think men could play femme kind of. Why not? You know, people shouldn't be so uptight about these things. And with that, let's put on some more makeup. All right, there is, you know what? I am going to hit this paler, this is like a burgundy shade here. None of these colors have names, of course. And here's a lighter shade that I'm going to go for the darker one. And I'm going to use, this brush is the B&H Cosmetics Studio Pro number 6. Big fluffy brush. And I'm going to dip into the darker color here. And I need a better mirror than this. I am going to do the crease not too much more. And I'm going to, oh, don't fall, please. Get some on this eye. I hope these guys don't congregate underneath my window again. I asked them 3 times earlier. I said I make CAD videos, and I don't want these people knowing what I'm doing. You know, the more locals, seems to me that the more locals know that I'm making these videos, the more trouble it is for me. You know, because one person tells another person, and then there's people that know my name now that I would rather didn't. Fortunately, nobody knows how to spell it. Excuse me. But I feel the loss of privacy. It really is a thing. It's something you don't realize how cool it is until you no longer have it. And even though I have prepared my whole life for a showbiz career, I was very serious when I was in Los Angeles. I'm every bit as serious now. But in LA, it seems like everybody and his uncle is in show business of some kind, which is obviously not true, but you don't long for privacy that badly, at least not when you're a relative unknown. I imagine the stars do long for it. I'm dipping back into the same brush in the same eyebrow color that I had again. And I want to go back over my eyebrows because it looks like on one side this color, this excuse me, I can't even think straight. Crease color went a little bit too high up here, and this will calm down. If you ever get eyeshadow that's too dark in your crease, a good easy way to deal with it is to get more of your brow bone color, and that will blend it off. Get them! Get the scumbags! God. You know that TV show Cops? They should film around here. I mean, they have businesses that just seem to exist only to cater to the dirtbags. You know, I want to go back to take a look at the crease. I want to get closer here. The lighting is actually better. Okay. Now, I see you. Don't you even think about it. I see you. Don't you even think about it. What are you trying to do? Oh, I got a Cassie girl. I think she was trying to get up on my bed. And as much as I love kitties, kitties do not get on my bed because I'm a germaphobe. I'm a germaphobe. You're a charming little pussycat. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah. Oh, meow. So, there is a purple on this, and that's what I'm going to dip into now, because I have to have a makeup that matches my clothes. So, speaking of clothes, what do you think of these clothes? I tried to get an exact color match as much as possible with the skirt and the top. The top actually is a fishnet that would go down here, and I wanted to bare my midriff, so, because I can. And, yeah, it feels really hot. I'm sure it's just me. It's because I'm all agitated over this whole coronavirus stuff. I am going to just really pack it on heavy. This is not going to be a subtle look. This is, I guess if I had to describe it, it's going to be some kind of a smoky eye. And this is the purple that I'm using, is this color right here. Now, these brushes are really not the best for packing on shadow, but if your surface is very sticky, if you prepped it with like a moist foundation or just anything that doesn't dry down so that you could really pack it on, and you can sweep some, but it's better to just tap it like this, really get it going, and you can push into the corner and it will just make sure that those parts that are a little bit hard to cover with things, everything gets covered. Now I'm going to step back and check the light. Okay. Now I'm going to get some more brushes because we're not done yet. This is what I have my brushes in. I took my other brushes that are bigger and I put them in an empty box that, here, please computer, don't fall, whatever you do. I like to save, I have so many shipping boxes from my makeup, and so I have this one that's got the big brushes, because I do have a lot of makeup brushes now, and I find that if you have too many big brushes in with the small brushes, then it's hard to move around to find the brushes you want. So I'm going to use this brush here. This is a Vivace brush from the 99-cent store. And I'm going to go back into this palette, and I think this needs some kind of a gold or something. You know what I'm going to use? Let me see. Yeah. Well, the closest thing to gold, let's see. In order for me to decide which one is best, I'm going to swatch this here, which is much more copper. Oh, and this is much darker. You know what? Let me see what this one looks like. Now, that's not... No. No, you know what I'm going to use instead? I'm going to use this icy blue here. Here. I'm going to take this brush, and I'm going to get it a good 2 sides on this, and let's see. Now, a lot of the eye surface area is covered already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this real estate here. Then I'm going to repeat on the other side. Oh, nice. Oh, you know what? Another one of these palettes, I think it must be the original Foil Eyes. That one, the lid broke off and it broke in half. And I have not been able to crazy glue it together because whenever I do, it just doesn't stay stuck. So, And it's a shame because that means I really can't take that out unless I just put it in its original box. So I do save most of my packaging, especially for the makeup palettes. Because if you put something in its box, then if you drop it, you won't have everything spill onto the ground and be ruined. Because that is really time to cry a veil of tears. Now I'm going to see what it looks like. You know what? I think I would like to intensify some white up here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a smaller brush, and I sure have them. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild brush here that I got at Dollar Tree. Why anybody wants to spend more on makeup brushes, I don't know. Nothing has been able to convince me that spending a lot more money on a brush is going to make it look any better. Now, instead of the white that I used before, I am going to use this real pale pink here. And I'm going to concentrate the color on the edge, like this. And then I'm going to literally hug the edge of my eyebrow so that I can really get some contrast going. And I'm going to repeat the other side. I should probably get a couple more of these. I don't know what it is with makeup and implements like this. The more you get is never quite enough. And now if you have long eyebrow hairs which come down, just take the edge of the handle of your brush and move them back out of the way. I won't cut my eyebrows. I want all the hair that I have. I was really lucky that I was never into plucking them really, but I mean I did a little bit when I was in high school, and I drew them all. I did this kind of weird Marlene Dietrich kind of thing. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of hers. I know that's probably verboten to say because she is like a deity for the silver screen from back in the day or something, but I don't know. I don't like that kind of eyebrow thing, but that is something I did like when I was in high school, and then I would use like a black pencil or something. But I really like a thicker eyebrow. I think people with thick, bushy eyebrows are very blessed. As long as, they have a nice shape, and brushing them into place sometimes is all you need to do. If you're blessed with nice, thick brows, and especially if you're blessed with dark brows, I think you people with naturally dark eyebrows are so lucky. Because for me, like, I think the most important part of my makeup, if nothing else, I think I need to have my eyebrows visible. To me, that makes me feel like I look all right. If I didn't have any other makeup, if I wasn't allowed anything else, but I could have nice dark eyebrows, I'd be happy with that. As much as I love my eyeshadow. So like if I am really, really pressed for time and I have to go someplace and I don't need to impress people, but I have to at least just look like myself, at least I have my eyebrows on. And I don't do my eyebrows until I do my foundation. So I would have foundation, sunblock foundation, and then my eyebrows. That is my absolute bare minimum. Sometimes I'll do mascara too, but if it's not a waterproof mascara, I'm so sick and tired of mascara running down my face, ruining the eyeshadow. It just gets really old. Okay, does this show up? You know what? I think I want to get some more of that crease color. Again, with the number 6 Studio Pro brush, blah, by B&H Cosmetics. And it seems like it went kind of high up here, so I just want to go make sure that they're symmetrical. I don't know what I'm going to end up calling this look. Oh, I hope my eyebrows aren't lopsided. I hate it when that happens. Just, I am sweating like nobody's business. It's weird. I can go from, not too many hours ago, I was wearing 3 different long sleeve shirts in my house. Because the heating bills in a drafty apartment are outrageous. And the gas company, they have programs where they let you pay bills in increments, but if they don't think that you're low income enough, they don't do that. And I don't know how they think my household is not poor, because I sure think we are. But what they'll do, they will make a person go into debt on your credit card just so that the bill is paid. And if you don't pay a gas bill, they will shut it off. And they don't care. And even if you have somebody who is disabled, like an elderly mother or crazy sibling or something, they don't care. They just want their money. Okay, what are we going to do underneath here? Let's get another brush because, wait a minute, no. I have all those pot eyeliners. Let's get some of them out. And where are they? The important thing is I don't want anything to fall down on this floor. Okay, this bag is full of eyeliners, and I suppose I should make something, get something that really matches. Actually, I have a choice. I have these, but I also have pencil liners. And I'm going to get them out, and I keep them here. I've been trying to organize my makeup in things. Matter of fact, speaking of organizing things, do you guys remember a couple weeks ago I showed you that I got a storage thing that a store had set aside out something to recycling, and I picked it up on trash day? Well, this is what I put my smaller palettes in. I first stood up like this until I realized that I have 2 cats that love to knock things down. And all these palettes here, if they opened up and fell out and things spilled, this is hundreds of dollars worth of makeup here. I cannot afford to replace it, so why tempt fate? So I keep it down where it can't get knocked over. And that is my attempt at organizing makeup. That's hardly all my makeup. I've got makeup all over this room. I don't want to buy furniture to organize it because I don't choose to buy anything that won't fit in my storage. I have storage in Los Angeles. I have 2 storages in Los Angeles, actually. My mother has a storage somewhere around here, but it's not within walking distance, so as far as I'm concerned, it's not accessible. Oh, let's see. I have this pencil here. Oh, storage. Speaking of storage for makeup, I found in the trash, don't judge me, okay? Q-tips make really small containers that have, I don't know, 25, 30 Q-tips. And I found this and washed the hell out of it. This is the perfect size for the really small eye pencils. So that is what I put in them, rather than have the small pencils take up the same space as the big pencils. And this is very portable. And this holds a lot. And I have several shades of purple here. We have choice. Choice is good. Yes, choice is very good. And I see you, Tabby boy. He's going to try to leave. I'm going to get to show my kitty. Now, I have pencil eraser. Good. And this is an Ulta Beauty pencil. The color is called Storm. I'm going to shave it. Now, you see how I'm sweating? My upper lip is sweating. Freshly shaved. I see you. Come here, want me to open the door for you? I'll open the door for you. I'll open the door for you. Ah! Oh, no you don't. Oh, no you don't. Oh, look what I got. Look, I caught a live one. I caught a live tabby boy. Foiled again. Oh, you give me a kitty gungy bungy. Kitty Gungy Bunchies. They have no sense of humor. I'm proud of Tabby Boy. Tabby Boy and Cassie got into it the other day. And she started at him. She smacked him. He smacked her back. I am so proud of him. Now, you would have thought that he would have knocked her into the same county, but as little as she is and as big as he is, she didn't even flinch. I mean, I can only imagine the encounters Cassie must have had in the garden with raccoons, possums, rats. God only knows. Alright, where's that mirror? So many mirrors. You know what? I'll use this mirror. Matter of fact, I don't have to open this up. I could just use this. And I'm going to line my lower eye. I'm not going to bother waterlining this. Does this even show up? You know what? Let me see. I don't know why this isn't even coming off on my skin. I wonder if maybe this is dried out. Has that ever happened to you that you... And I know this can't be more than 3 years old. You know what? This isn't even showing up. Okay, you know what I'm just going to do? Well, first I'm going to... Okay, there is no lid on that. Okay, I'm going to set this someplace. I see you. Go ahead. I'm not going to chase after your stinky butt anymore. You want to be like that? I am going to go ahead and I'm going to do what I was originally going to do. I'm going to dip into one of these pot liners. This is from ColourPop and the color is called... Oh, it says brow color, but it's not. Well, it could be for me. It says Charmer. And it is... Looks like it's a really dark purple that's so dark that it might look not purple. It might look like... I hope it doesn't look brown because that would really suck. And this is a Vivace brush I got from the 99-cent store. And please don't fall and break. I will cry. A veil of tears. Okay. Now this brush, this covers a lot of area. But to use this, now with these gel pot liners, it's very important that you close the lid in between uses. Close it really tight because once they dry out, they really are no good. And makeup is an investment. I don't buy it to dry out and go to waste. And you know what? I'm also going to do my upper lash line. I really love these gel pot liners. They're totally waterproof. I haven't gotten to swim in them yet, obviously, because I've only had these like a month maybe. I haven't showered with them on because I usually take my makeup off before I shower. Since anything waterproof just ruins the washcloth anyway. Oh, please. Oh, that was a good one. I almost had a bucket of makeup and things fall down. I did not diagram this. I'm just doing this off the cuff. Just, usually pretty much within an hour of my getting up, I start to put makeup on. Today, all I did was put my skincare on and my sunblock. And actually, the only skincare I did, since I did a whole bunch of skincare before I went to bed, all I did was I wiped the salty crap out of my eyes. Then I put some eye cream on. Then I put sunblock on. Then I put my foundation on and my eyebrows. That's all I did, because I knew that I was going to go filming today. And since I knew that I was going to do some editing of the finished video, I figured, let me just do everything on camera and then do the turnaround afterwards. And then by the time you see it, it'll look like normal, except I don't have to do the grease over my face first and stuff. I think it's time for some mascara. Now, this is where I've been storing my mascaras. This container, a local friend of mine got a whole bunch of these when one of the flea bag hotels that used to be a classy hotel back in the day, but obviously wasn't anymore, got closed down because of riffraff, whatever. And when they were gutting out the hotel, they took out a lot of things to be used in other properties that company owned. So this mascara, this is one of the favorites that I have open now. It's from a company called Hang Fang. It's from China, and it's a max volume, and it has the skull on it. And I think skulls are pretty badass. And look at this brush. I've showed this to you before. Nice big brush. This, unlike that Ulta Beauty Bold Ambition, this actually does something for short, stubby, see-through lashes like mine. My lashes are totally see-through. They're blonde. I'm a redhead naturally, so redheads tend to not have very much in the way of eyelashes by themselves. So, but this mascara, you see up close what I'm doing. This seems to really, of course I think I'm covered with cat hairs. Look at this. This really, it separates. It doesn't clump. The only thing is it's not waterproof. It doesn't get too much on the brush. And I didn't even wipe off the stuff that's collected on the tip. It seems to actually curl them. And if you go up against the waterline with this, then you really get nice coating. Because sometimes if you don't get close enough to the waterline, then your lashes look like there's a see-through layer before the color comes up. And I don't know if that's really, really obvious to everybody or if it's just obvious to me, but Tabby boy, don't you dare wee-wee on my carpet. I'll be very upset. What's the matter? Hey, you want to go out? Here, want to go out? Go on. Go out. Go on. Want to be like that? Want to be like that? Should have named him Bye-Bye Kitty. All he wants to do is go bye-bye. See, this has so much more of an impact than that other mascara I've been using. And sorry, I want to order some more. I think I have one more of these, and I have another one of those Sweet Cat mascaras, and I think I want to make another order from wish.com because I need some colored mascaras, and I need some waterproof mascara. I really do. I'm so sick and tired of looking like Alice Cooper. I go without mascara so much because I just hate it ruining my eyeshadow. And if it doesn't run, it leaves raccoon eye things. And I'm not about to change my skincare because the skincare is really the most important thing. And the reason why I do my skincare only at night is because I put all these layers of skincare on, and say I go to bed around 3 or 4 in the morning, right? And then say I get up 6 hours later. I really don't sleep much at all. And it's not because of chemicals, because I don't do chemicals. I have a natural circadian rhythm, and I know that I have things I have to do during the daytime. And plus the sun comes in pretty bright, and if Cassie gets in the window, she moves the stuff out of the window and the sun gets at me. So I get up, and why the heck would I wash skincare on that's only been on 5 or 6 hours? That makes no sense. Even though my skincare doesn't cost a lot because I shop the sales and things, I've got, say, 6 steps of skincare, including a retinoid, including a vitamin C, including Matrixyl. I've told you what my routine is, and I'm running very low on the Matrixyl because I was only able to get 1 bottle of it, and even on the sale, that was the most expensive of all the skincare that I was using, even though I really would like to get some more, because what's good about the Matrixyl is, and I'm trying to explain this in a non-scientific manner, it has molecules that are smaller than the molecules of the other skincare. So there's something about it that actually helps your other skincare penetrate more. So if you start off with some kind of acid, and then say you put your argireline, which is good for fine lines and wrinkles, supposedly, I probably have to use it for a couple years to make so that I could see a difference. And it's probably so subtle that you can't see it if you look at yourself all the time. But anyway, the Matrixyl makes everything else penetrate deeper because it can get deeper into your skin. So, and a lot of higher end companies will use that in their wrinkle creams and things, but I like these single ingredient skincares like The Ordinary makes, because by buying by ingredient, you can customize your own skincare, by doing your research, and it ends up being less expensive than if you bought these greasy creams and you're not sure of how much percentage of what active ingredients they are. And so, okay, let's do the lower lashes. I want to be very careful so that I don't affect the color on these. And I hope the riffraff doesn't need to be yelled at by me. I'm so sick and tired of throwing my window open and yelling at people. And the thing is that now it's only 9:06 p.m., so this is not an hour where you have to expect people to be quiet. And I can't expect these sons of bitches to care about my needing quiet because I'm filming. I mean, I don't want them to know what I'm doing. I don't want them to know where I live. Because you're kind of people around here that the more they know about you, they will harass you and stuff. I hope you don't hear the chiming in the background. I have push notifications for YouTube channels that I'm subscribed to, and they're happening on this computer, and they're also happening on my Chromebook, which is back there. Alrighty. Oh, and you want to leave too? Oh, where are you going? No, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Where are you going? No, 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 no. I'm not having you leave too. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because when she leaves, she doesn't come back. Or maybe she will. We're not done yet. Now, this is my highlighter, but let's get a cheek color too. And for my cheek color, I'm going to use this CoverGirl. What were these actually called? Were they called cheekers, maybe? This is so old. Some of you guys are probably younger than this. I had it a long time. You know, you're not supposed to hold on to makeup as long as I do. But it doesn't smell funny. If I was really worried, I could pour rubbing alcohol into it. She has left. This was an IT Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to touch it to this. Right now, my nose is running, so I got to do something about that. Got plenty of TP. Yeah. People are going crazy doing runs on toilet paper. And then what happens if there's some old person that really needs it? You know, there's a lot of selfish people out there. Now, I am going to open this up so I can see. Nice thing about this blush is it really is fairly sheer unless you really try to load it with color. And let's face it, you really don't want to overdo it with your cheek color. So I'm kind of old school. I like to use a bright colored blush similar to how people use a contour color. Back in the day, that's what people did because it's so easy to get a muddy look when you use contour color and then you use a blush. And then a lot of people screw up by putting the blush too low on their cheeks, and then it's better to use it higher on your cheeks because it kind of lifts your whole face. It kind of helps to make up for the effects of gravity. We've got to put the highlighter on now. I can't say enough about the B&H Cosmetics Spotlight or Blacklight Highlight. Yeah, Blacklight Highlight. If I don't know the name of it by now, it's ridiculous. Now, I don't know why I keep on getting these push notifications. Turn that off. Okay, I'm just going to use my finger. What color should we use? Let's use Electra. That gold color. Gold white. And I'm just going to use my finger. My middle finger. Tapping motion is really good. You can use a brush, but there's a lot of control you can get with fingertips as long as you don't have long nails. I used to have long nails back in the day, but you can't play guitar with long nails. So, and I do regret all those years I spent worrying about long nails. And if I had not cared about that and just focused on playing guitar, then I'd be really good now. And you'd already know who I am because I'd probably be a rock star. But then again, if I was a rock star back in the day, I probably would have died of a drug overdose and you wouldn't know who I am except as one of these dead legends. And it's such a waste to die of a drug overdose, you know? So I think I really escaped. And I'm glad I got clean when I did. Even though I think I'd smack somebody for a joint at this point because only weed around here is dirt weed. And I don't even waste my time with that because I don't feel it. Now I'm also going to put a little bit up here. And a little bit down here. See that sweat? I am sweating like crazy. I'm hungry too, but you know, I don't film after eating. Unless I'm wearing something loose enough that you can't see my big old gut. Because if I eat just even half a meal, I look like I'm 6 months pregnant. And I pride myself in being in shape, but I would hate for somebody to get the wrong idea just because I ate. So I starved myself for the camera. And maybe I shouldn't say that because it might trigger somebody. But you know what? I believe in personal responsibility. And if I'm going to use a certain word or a certain phrase, and that's going to be enough to put somebody over the edge. Well, then they're the one with a problem, not me, because a person shouldn't have to watch what they say just because somebody might freak out. That's ridiculous. I mean, I could see if you're a filmmaker and you shouldn't depict situations that somebody might copy, like abuse or violence, that, and if I was a big-time filmmaker, I would not include those kind of subject matter just because I wouldn't want people to copy it. But same token, I refuse to be politically correct. I refuse to obfuscate my truth just because it might offend a few people. We're all adults here, or at least if you're watching my videos, I think you should be like 16 at least, because if they think that these videos are for children, then the COPPA laws happen, and then anyway, you guys, if you know about that, and if you don't, you just have to really be careful. The laws are getting stricter and stricter with respect to content creators. So, and I'm all for protecting our kids, or your kids, since I don't have any. Okay, I gotta pick out a lipstick, and I have different colored lipsticks are in different bags, but my purple shades are in here. So, you know what? I'm going to line it with this, and then I'm going to fill in with this. Okay, and the liner, this is actually by e.l.f. It's their matte lip color, and it is this absolutely divine fuchsia kind of color. And these shades just, they float my boat in the happiest way. The cap back on. And this I've had, I bet, a good 4 years, and it has not turned on me, because it's been quite a while since I ordered from e.l.f. One thing I noticed, a lot of their lipsticks really do get rancid very fast. I had to throw out so many lipsticks, and I never realized when I was younger that lipsticks had a shelf life. They do. Oh, this color that I'm applying right now, this is by Wet n Wild, and it is number C5278. The color is called Fuchsia with Blue Pearl. And okay, I'm trying to think if I need to add any more to this, because I don't want anything to be crooked. You know what? I'm going to take my hair down. I'm going to give you a close-up of my earrings. I actually found these. These were in a jacket pocket. I acquired this jacket. I actually offered it up for sale. I don't know whether somebody's going to buy it or not, but I have the earrings, and they're reversible. I could wear them the other way, but they're a little odd, but odd is cool. Now, let me pull this out, this cord, and I'm going to back up against the wall where the lighting is better, so you guys can get a look at this. What do you think? Do you like it? Was it easy enough? What do you think of my outfit? Well, you saw the turnaround, so you already saw it. Okay, another groovy makeup tutorial from yours truly. And of course, there are no cats in my room now, so I guess I'm gonna have to use a cat statue. or I can use 2 cat statues, because I collect Miniki Nikos. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you like me and my content, I'd love to have you subscribe. If you do, hit that bell so you don't miss a thing. I love to take you along on my adventures. Till then, stay safe, everybody. Don't take any wooden nickels. Wear your masks if you got them. Stay indoors. If you're young and you're watching me, please, you're not invincible. You may get exposed to it and you may carry a disease, this coronavirus, and it may end up killing your mom or your grandpa or something. Please don't do it. There's a lot of people running around with compromised immune systems, and you guys that are going on spring break and are going out partying and stuff, you got to take this seriously. But you're watching TV. You know what's going on. You guys aren't stupid. Please stay safe out there. I don't want to hear that my subscribers died because of this. I don't want to hear about anybody dying. It's terrible what's going on out there, and we really need to protect ourselves. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.